Hey guys, welcome back to another theHunter Call of the Wild video. Today we are headed out here on Layton Lake to start our participation on another very exciting competition. A competition that you can also join whenever you want simply by joining my Discord server. Just make sure to check the announcement channel under the Call of the Wild competitions tab and there you'll see the current active competition. On this case, the combined score of the biggest Roosevelt elk, the biggest whitetail and the biggest blacktail you can kill after the start of the competition will be your entry. So we gotta try to kill a big specimen of these three species in order to hopefully get the first place or at least get inside the top 5, because getting into a top 5 would still give us points for the overall season. Now before we start with the hunt, big shout out to Chewy for getting the first place on the last competition, which was a calls only Cuatro Colinas mega competition. It was a very disputed competition until the last day, but at the end Chewy claimed the victory by less than 1 decimal. That's crazy. And apparently this competition will also be quite disputed because so far 13 people already joined it, and as I said, you are also invited to join them whenever you want. Look at this. Max estimate whitetail, right off the bat, right here. It's unlikely it will be level 3, but who knows, it may be, and a level 3 whitetail would be incredibly helpful for this competition. Okay, fling, seems like we're close to a herd. There's a doe. No signs of the max estimate yet. I've only seen females so far. Well, there's a buck, but it's clearly not a big one. Maybe one of those? I don't think so. They are both small. So where's this guy? It is safe to assume, or at least I wanna think this is the same herd, but actually I haven't seen its track in a while. Oh, right there. Up to 214 estimate, it is a small max estimate, a bit disappointing, but we're just starting. And that was lucky. He literally couldn't have stopped at a better time. 209.72? I mean, it's okay, but it's lacking that size that we need to compete for the first place, or even for the top 5. This guy is small. It weighs almost exactly 85 kilos, which is the bottom of that max estimate weight range, so there's plenty of room for improvement. We gotta try to find a bigger one. Now what we can do, after harvesting this whitetail, is to take advantage of the fact that the server is currently at the blacktail drink time and go to visit some of the lakes where these blacktails can drink. For example, this lake right here is quite popular for usually having a good number of them, so we're gonna go there and we'll see if we can find a big level 4 or a level 5. Well, that one is decent. I haven't seen its level, but it looks decent. Level 4, up to 168. I mean, it's alright. And it seems to be the biggest blacktail on this lake. Well, there's actually another max estimate over there, which seems to be about the same size, but the estimate of this one is slightly higher. So I guess we're gonna shoot this level 4 first, because even though it is impossible to know which one is bigger, just telling from the estimate, this one is actually significantly closer. How big? 159.64. Quite far from diamond, but at least it is way closer than the whitetail was. Now I'm really intrigued to know what kind of scores we'll need to get inside the top 5, because with potentially more than 15 players competing this time, it is likely that 1 diamond of each species will be absolutely necessary if we wanna have any aspirations to get into the top 3 or maybe even into the top 5. You know, up to this point no one has managed to kill all 3 diamonds, but it's safe to assume that when the competition ends on Tuesday, at least 2 or 3 people will have managed to get all 3 of them. So it is definitely gonna be tough to get into a podium, and we'll have to spend some time server hopping in order to find some animals that are actually worth submitting, because so far the trophies we have gotten are too small to be competitive. Alright guys, I was on my way to check another lake for blacktail and I stumbled across this. 440 to 500 kilos, this is the track of a max estimate Roosevelt elk, and I don't wanna get my hopes up too much, but it may be level 5. Right there, that's a herd. Is he on that area? Will be hard to see through so many trees. No way, that's him. Level 4. Has a nice rack, eh? Nice frame. And the estimate is also decent, up to 372. Man, luckily we saw him on time because he was just about to flee. My guess is that it's gonna score around 350, but I certainly wouldn't rule out it scoring more than that. I see another bull. Right there, level 3. I wanna attempt a next shot, can we hit it? Yes, that's it. Now here we have the level 4, which as I said I expected to score around 350. Let's see. Well, 341.65. I thought it was bigger. Roughly 40 points shy from diamond, which is far from impressive, yet it is the best thing we have killed today. Fortunately, we still have more than 4 days to get something bigger. I can't believe it. Another max estimate. Alright. Another max estimate Rossi while not even looking for them, that's the best part. How big is this one? I really can't wait to see. And I think we found them. Look at that. They are feeding. Okay, that's the big one. Only a level 4. Not exactly promising. In fact, I would say it is surely smaller than the last one. Oh, hold up. A second max estimate. Never realized there were 2 different tracks. Is it actually bigger than the other one though? Not sure. Only one way to figure that out. I'ma drop a boat. We are gonna start by going for a next shot on the one that is facing their way, and then we should have time to go for this one. Let's see. And I guess that was a hard shot. Not too bad. 320.18, come on. Hard to get a smaller max estimate. And this one is actually barely any bigger, 329.24 I believe. What a mediocre pair of level 4s. That's something. Level 5 elk. What in the world? It's literally the first animal I see on this lake. And man, I was not expecting to see a level 5, especially not a level 5 elk, because it's been more than 2 years since the last time I got a Diamond Rossi on multiplayer. Actually, I'm pretty sure the last one I got was back on the grind for a melanistic, so it's been a while. Now, my only concern about this guy is the fact that, from what I can tell, it has the small diamond rack. And so far, my experience with that rack has been far from being good, because the majority of the times it ends up trolling me. So let's go claim it after that nice hard shot and we'll see what it scores. Will this guy be our first diamond for the competition? Let's see. Yes, he made it. He made it, let's go. 382.43. Small diamond. We know we are most likely gonna need 1 diamond of every of the 3 species in order to have a chance to get into the top 3 and potentially win the competition, so this is an amazing find, regardless of not being massive. Now our next goal when it comes to hunting for this comp will be to find a big blacktail. A truly big blacktail, since the one we got was a relatively small gold, which won't be enough to give us a decent score. I would say that is the most insane blacktail herd I've seen so far on this competition. There are 3 different max estimates on it. You don't see that too often. It sucks that none of them is truly big, but that one right there with a top estimate of 175 has a rack that has the potential to score around 170, which would be great for the competition. Actually, there's also that one that has a higher estimate, but the rack is the smaller model, so it shouldn't score as high. We are gonna try to drop a boat anyway. With the 7mm. I can barely see him, but let's hope both shots are good. I'ma start with that one since it is facing the other way and a follow-up would be more complicated. Was that a hard shot? I don't know, but I'm surprised we had time to hit him before he started fleeing because I lost sight of it for a second. I really hope this guy scores above 170, it is a big one. So it should have a chance, let's see. 166.66. come on. I mean, so far more than 8 people have submitted a black tail bigger than this one, so we are gonna need a bigger bug. It's not gonna be enough. So anyway guys, I'ma conclude this video here. It is definitely looking like an exciting competition which will be very disputed until the last day, and again I invite you to join them whenever you want simply by joining my Discord server. We'll be doing one different competition each week, so I definitely invite you to give them a try because they are usually a lot of fun.